Hi guys, welcome to another rowing coaching video on the channel. This time I'm recording this. Things seem to be going in shutdown. Here in Tulsa, we are closing our restaurants and not having gatherings bigger than 10 people. I hope if you're watching this that you're in a safe place, and if this video can help with some example workout that you can do if you're lucky enough to have a machine at home, or you can borrow one from your gym or your rowing club. I think hopefully this is going to help. So I'm just trying to put out some ideas here for the different kind of training that I normally do when I coach a client individually. This workout here is for power and torque development. So developing power at low rates. Very important to get connected with the machine at the catch and generate that power even at the low rate. So on this warm-up, I'm suggesting a 15-minute warm-up with, in that warm-up, 4x20 hard strokes. And these hard strokes, these 20s are going to be at different rates. So we're going to build the rate as we go. So 20, 24, 28, 32. And what's really important here is that as you're warming up, this 20 strokes per minute, you're rowing as hard as you can on those strokes, even though they're at low rates. I think a lot of people tend to think, well, I only get to pull hard if I'm rating like 28, 30, 32. Not true. Trying to generate that power at that low rate is one of the things that we're looking for in rowers to develop. So it's possible to get your heart rate up to 150 if you're rating 20, because you're connecting really well and we're not needing the rate to drive the heart rate. So trying to make the power independent of rate is going to be a good thing, and therefore you create your foundation so when the rate does come up for the 2K test, you've got a bunch of strokes in the bag, the base of this triangle, if you like, with which to build on. So this is your warm-up, and I would also want to put in there, after you do this, that you get into some kind of a stretch routine, and just making sure that this is taken care of so that you're able to really perform at your best during the workout. So the work I'm suggesting here is 8 600-meter pieces, and in that 8 by 600, you're going to rest for 3 minutes, which I think in terms of rest should just be this light paddle that you do to just kind of recover between each of these pieces. And then each of these 600s, and I would also suggest that you put the drag factor up about 20, 25, 30 from what you're used to doing. So if you're used to rowing at a drag factor of 120, then set your drag factor up to be about 150. If you're at 100, then try 120, okay? So just bump that drag factor up a little bit. This is kind of like strength training on the rowing machine. So it's very specific, more specific than maybe a deadlift is. And I'm not saying that this is necessarily better or worse than a deadlift, but it's really going to tax you in terms of your strength at these low rates. So the other thing about this is I'm setting the max rate here to be 20 strokes per minute. So this is a max for this piece. So no higher than 20 strokes per minute. And the target for each of these pieces is about plus 8 to 10 of your 2K split. So if your 2K split is 2 minutes for 2K or 140, you're gonna add 10 seconds to that, and plus or minus, and try and see if you can hold that split for each of these 2-minute pieces, okay? And so this is very much a torque and power development. Rowing is about building that torque and connection. And if you're having trouble getting the heart rate up at 20 strokes per minute, then you need to work more on your technical application and learning how to connect with the machine, and really just locking on as early as possible, and you're driving with the glutes and getting good connection. And if you're able to get the heart rate up at 20, then it's a really good bet that you are pretty well connected to the machine. And then after this, what I want you to do is cool down for 10 minutes, just a nice light paddle, maybe go for a jog, and then stretch afterwards, so that you're really working any of that lactate that you build up in your system, breaking down that lactic acid, and recovering so that you're able to train for tomorrow. All right. If you don't cool down, all that stuff's just going to pool in your muscles, and you're going to be paying for it the next day. So I hope that this provides some structure during this time of time when people need support. If you have any questions about it, you can drop me a line at neil@coachbergenmuth.com, and I'd be happy to help. Thank you for watching the video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. That lets me know, and even better, send me a comment. That lets me know that I'm on track with this, and I'm helping you out, and providing you some content that adds some value to your rowing training. So until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.